Good afternoon, everyone. मॉर्निंग सेशनला आपण इथिक्स पाहिलोय. ओके, डेफिनेशन ऑफ इथिक्स, इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ इथिक्स. ओके, आपण नेक्स्ट पार्ट बघतो तर प्रोफेशनल इथिक्स. ओके, व्हॉट इज प्रोफेशन? What is profession? Profession as an occasion required advanced education and training. A profession is a job that requires specific training and is regulated by certain standards. Okay. According to Roscoe Pound, he defined profession as a group pursuing a learned art as common calling in the spirit of public service. Okay. Main part of what is definition of profession. First unit आपण पाहिलं. Okay. Profession is defined as any occupation, oblique job, vocation that required advanced expertise, means skill and knowledge, means self-regulate and consult services to public goods. Okay, means it brings a high status socially, economically. Okay. Profession as a vocation required advanced education and training. Means professional related to person or any work that a person does on profession and which requires expertise, means skill, knowledge, self-regulation, result in public good. The term profession means a person, means as well as a status. Okay. Difference between profession and professionalism. Professionalism, it is the status of professional which implies certain attitude or typical quality that are expected of profession. According to the professional is the service related to achieving the public good in addition to the practices of the knowledge of moral ideas. Yeah. Main part, what is professional ethics? Wait. Size करतो. Okay. What is professional ethics? Profession is a vocation founded upon specialized high education training, the purpose of which is to supply objective counsel and service to others for a direct and definite compensation. Okay, means professional ethics, encompass the personal and corporate standards of behavior expected of profession. Okay, then professional ethics is concerned with one behavior and conduct when carrying out professional work. Means it is codified the various across different cultures, and professional ethics the ethical norms, values, and principles that guide a profession, and that ethics of decision made with the profession. Means professional ethics is the principle that govern the behavior of person or group in a business environment. Means like values, means professional ethics provide rules on how person should act towards other people and institute in such an environment. Okay. Earlier means profession ethics is outcome based, means duty based and virtual based and community based. There are four profession ethics types. Then professional ethics example means typically these include honesty, trustworthiness, transparency, accountability, confidence, objective respect. Okay, these are the professional ethics. First is professional ethic, consequence based ethic outcome. Second, ideal based ethic character. Third, principle based ethic rules, code, and standards. Okay, first professional ethics. Definition of professional ethics. First is Bank 2003. Explain that code of ethics is usually written document produced by profession, means association, occupation, and regulatory body or other professional body with the stated aim of guiding the practice who are member, protecting services users, and safeguarding the reputations of the profession. Second is the Secondary Education Commission has started. Teachers will not look upon their work as an unpalatable means of carrying a scanty living, but an avenue through which they are rendering significant and social services, as well as finding some measures of the self-fulfillment and self-experience. Okay. Then concept of professional ethics. First, professional ethics is a set of beliefs that teachers accept the concerning relationship with the student and colleagues, employees and employees and parents, or guardians and caregivers of the children, all of whom are stakeholders in a life of teacher. Means these principle guide the teacher in the daily activities, working with their stakeholders. Okay. Then professional ethics give a certain set of board principles derived in turn from a spectrum of values, which are arrived at after deep philosophical reflection on the nature and role of the profession in the life of mankind. Means professional ethics is the main professional is the important means because it dictates to profession a series of rules and related to the way professional acts means towards the people with whom and he and she related professionally. Okay. From philosophy point of view, ethics has to do with morality and with way people act in sense of goodness or badness. Okay. Means term means concept of if ethics means what is ethics, and its concept means term ethics refer to the philosophy means the study of concept of moral, right or wrong, and moral good and bad. To any philosophical theory of what is morally right and wrong, or morally good and bad, and to any system or code of moral rules, principles or values. Okay. Components of professional ethics means some professional organism may be define their ethical approach. Okay. Then in terms of number of discrete components, means typically these include first is the honesty, okay, then integrity, transparency, then accountability, confidently, okay, then objective respectfulness, then obedience to law. Okay. First, honesty. Okay. Honesty is a virtue and it is exhausted in two aspects, namely to first is the truthless and truth truthfulness and truth worthless. Truthfulness is the face to responsibility upon the telling truth means one should keep one word or promises admitting one mistake committed means one need courage to do that means it is easy to fix them mean reliable engineering judgment or maintenance of truth mean defending the truth and communicating the truth only when it is does good to others are some of the reflection of truthfulness. Okay. Then but truthworthiness is the maintaining the integrity and taking responsibility of person performance means people abide by law and live by mutual trust. They play right way to win according to the laws or rules means legally or morally. Okay. They build trust through reliability and authentically means they admit their own mistake and confront unethical action in other take means tough and principle stand even if unpopular mean honesty is mirrored means in many ways means common reflection means first is the beliefs means intellectual honesty, second communication means writing and speech, third is decision means idea discretion, fourth is the action means timing place and goal, and fifth is the intended means any unintended result achieved. Okay. First, honesty reflected face of moral character and denoted positive virtuous attributes such as integrity, truthfulness, straightforwardness, along with the absence of lying, cheating, or them. Means honesty is the best policy of if if lose mine, I lose myself. Means William Shaker म्हणलेत, honesty is the best policy. If I lose mine honor, I lose myself. Means again, the sum of action engineering that lead to the destroy. First, lying means deliberate action and not maintaining confidently. Okay. Integrity. Integrity is the concept of consistency. Okay. Of action, values, and method, measure, principle, expectation, outcome. Okay. Then integrity can be regarded as the opposite of hypocrisy, that regards internal consistency as virtual. Okay. Then integrity कोण म्हणले तर without knowledge is weak and useless, and knowledge without integrity is a dangerous and dreadful. Okay. Samuel Johnson म्हणलेत. Okay. Main integrity is the main part for the measuring principle for the expectation and outcomes. Okay. And regarding internal consistency as virtual. Then इंटिग्रिटीचा अजून एक पार्ट कुठला गेला? Honesty, integrity means the quality of being honest and having a strong moral principle. Okay. Then transparency. Transparency is a general quality. It is implemented by set of policies, practices, and procedures. It allows citizens to have accessibility, usability, utility, understandability, informativeness, auditability of information and process held by centers of the authority, means society or organization. Dalia Lama काय म्हणले तर lack of transparency result in distrust and deep sense of insecurity. Okay. Transparency म्हणजे काय? Okay. Accessibility, usability, utility, and understanding of formativeness and auditability of information process held by centers of authority. Okay. Means piece of plastic on which can write means any quality or state of being transparent. Means some transparent especially pictures has a view by light shining through its projection. Accountability. Accountability is often used synonymous with such concept and answerability, blameworthiness, liability. It is the acknowledgement and assumption of responsibility for actions, product, and decision, and policies and answerable for resulting consequence. It cannot exist without a proper accounting practices. Okay. Then when a man points fingers at someone else, he should remember that 4 of his fingers are pointing at himself. Okay. Then confidentiality is the ethical principle of discretion, association with professions such as medicine, law, psychology, physiology. In business, confidently of information is mainstream, means adoption of need to know. Okay. Then confidently regarding any first is who's interested, which interested, confidential information of workers, employees, and colleagues and competitors. Then intelligent work, there are limit to the amount of information one can share confidently is essentially. Okay. What is confident? Confidentially म्हणजे काय आणि confident म्हणजे काय? Confidentiality. Confidential is the principle, means practice of keeping sensitive information or private unless the owner or a custodian of data given expectation consent for it to be shared with other party. Means confident Confidentiality may also refer to a request to honor the principle and practices. Okay, means privacy and respect to someone wishes, means that professionals should share personal details about someone with others, means unless that person has said can said they can or it's absolutely necessary. Okay, objectivity is a principle of journalistic professionalism, means objectivity journalism enables which sometimes is a tension with the standards of objectives. Means the belief in objectives in faith in fact, means the distrust in values and commitment to their segregation, respectfulness. Okay, respect is a given positive feeling of, माहित आहे सगळ्यांना, कोणीतरी आपल्याला रिस्पेक्ट द्यायला पाहिजे किंवा आपल्याला असतं ना थोडं आपल्या ह्याच्या कामाच्या ह्याला अप्रिशिएट करायला पाहिजे. ओके, असं वाटतंय ना सगळ्यांना. Respect give positive feeling of esteem for a person which conduct respective of that esteem, means respect can be a specific feeling of regards for the actual qualities of the one respect. Rude conduct is usually considered to indicate lack of respect, disrespect, whereas action that honor, means somebody or something indicate respect. The opposite of respect is contempt, means respectful means courteous, means regard for people feeling any respect can feeling of admiration, means or he respect his father wishes, means respectful is a adjective, he maintain a respect full distance, means respectfulness is the describing the condition of being respectful. Okay, means my respectful fullness and regard are impossible to express simply through a card, means a second modifier is the respectfulness. Okay, I speak to everyone in same way, whether he is a garbage man or the president of the university. Albert Einstein म्हणलेलं आहे. Okay. If you are respectful, you show a consideration and regard for someone or something. Be respectful of your neighbors, means turn or down your disco music when it get late, means respectful is the adjective form of the common word, means respect, which means of feeling of admirations. Obedience to law. Obedience, law is the set of enforced rules under which is a society governed. Law is one of the most basic social institutes, means one of the most necessary. The law thus establish the rules that define a person right and obligation. The law also set penalties penalties for people who violate means these rules. And fact, laws frequently are changes to reflect changes in society and needs and attitudes. Law is system of rules and guidelines which are encouraged through a social or govern behavior. Okay, an unjust law itself a species of violence arrest for its breach is a more so, महात्मा गांधी म्हणलेलं. ओके, आपण डेफिनेशन लिहून घ्या. प्रोफेशनल म्हणलं ते लिहून घेतलात तुम्ही. प्रोफेशनल इथिक्स आणि त्याचे टाईप इम्पॉर्टन्स आहेत. प्रोफेशनल इथिक्स मध्ये मेन पार्ट्स आहेत आपले केअरिंग, शेअरिंग, हॉनेस्टी, ट्रुथफुलनेस, ओके, इंटिग्रिटी, रिस्पेक्टफुल, हे आपण बघितलं. आता सकाळचं पण हे बघितलंय, लाईव्हिंग पीसफुल वगैरे. फर्स्ट डेफिनेशन राईट डाऊन प्रोफेशनल इथिक्स अँड टाइप्स. फक्त एकच लाईन आहे. प्रोफेशन इज द व्होकेशन फाउंडेड अपॉन स्पेशलाइज्ड हाय एज्युकेशनल ट्रेनिंग, the purpose of which is supply objective counsel and services to others for direct and defined. केअरिंग आणि शेअरिंग कसं करायला पाहिजे हे त्याचे प्रोफेशनल इथिक्सचे आपले टाइप्स आहेत. दुसऱ्यांना व्हॅल्यू रिस्पेक्टफुल कसं करायला पाहिजे, ट्रस्ट कसं ठेवायला पाहिजे, सेल्फ कॉन्फिडन्स असेल, कमिटमेंट असतील. A profession is a vocational ethics encompass the personal and corporate standards of behavior expected of professions. Okay. Main components of professional ethics. Main important आहे ह्यामधला. Components of professional ethics. In some professional organization, we define their ethics means approach in terms of number of discrete components. Typically, these includes honesty, integrity, transparency, accountability, confidentiality, objectivity, respectfulness, obedience to law. Means essential elements of professional behavior means including knowledge and skill about the field, communication, means relationship skill, work ethics and professional ethics. Each of these elements in further component means professional ethics. मी पीपीटी शेअर करतेच तुम्हाला. इंटिग्रिटी, रिस्पेक्टफुलनेस म्हणजे काय, प्रोफेशनल पर्पजने झालेले. त्याचे ऑनलाईन प्रोफेशनल इथिक्सचे पण नोट्स आहेत, पीडीएफ, आणि त्याचे बुक पण आहे. लायब्ररीत आला असेल तर खूप सुंदर बुक आहे आपलं प्रोफेशनल इथिक्सचं. नागार्जुनचं आहे, RS नागार्जुनचं आहे, म्हणजे प्रोफेशनल इथिक अँड ह्युमन व्हॅल्यूज म्हणून वाचण्यासारखं पुस्तक आहे, तुम्ही घेऊ शकता. सेकंड पीपीटी बघूया आपण. तेच आहे तर एक आपण फर्स्ट तेच आहे, थोडं त्यातलं स्कोप काय असेल, इम्पॉर्टन्स ते आपण बघूया. प्रोफेशनल इथिक्स. Professional ethics are standards or codes of conduct set by people in specific profession. This code of profession ethics is a part of expectations of those involved in many different types of profession. Okay. People in profession do not want to condone bad, dishonest or irresponsible behavior. Means if it does occur by someone their field, means by setting out expected behavior in the form of professional ethics. Professional works together to try to uphold a good reputation. Respect and honesty are two main components of professional ethics. All employees are expected to be represented a business ethically as they are a part of it. This is why business people traditionally speak of we or us rather than the more personal I for the most part. I mean, professional ethics are the principle that govern the behavior of person or group in business environment, like values. Professional ethics provide rules on how a person should act towards other people or institute in a such environment. When the code in the example of codified means a set of professional ethics means for those who choose to enter imagination advice professional. Okay, means professional course means conduct the draw on these professional ethics means principle has the basis of prescribing required standards of behavior for members of profession. They also seek to set out the expectation that the profession and society have its member, and the intention of course of conduct is a provide guidelines for the minimum standard of appropriate behavior means profession context codes of conduct side, alongside the general law of land means the person values of members of the profession. Okay, sorry. Profession ethics, professionally accepted standards for personal and business behavior, values and guidelines, principal codes of professional ethics are often established by professional organization to help guide member in performing their job functions according to the sound and consist ethical principle. Okay, means the professional code of conduct provide public has they built confidence in professional truthworthiness, and clients as they provide greater transparency and certain about how their affairs will be handled, and members of the profession as they provide supporting framework for resisting pressure to act in appropriate means for making acceptable decision in what may be gray area means the profession as a whole as they provide a common understanding of acceptance means practice which builds collegiate means allow for disciplinary procedures. Other dealing with the profession as profession will seen as more reliable, easier to deal with. Okay, profession ethics is a frequently formulated in codes of conduct or rules of professional practice, which illustrate the high standards on which reputation for professionalism. Okay, professional codes or rules are designed in part of reassures the public of two conditions. There these conditions are they any particular set of professional services beginning given not only by first is the properly qualified or technically expert person, but also second by person whose professional standards merit the high degrees of public truthworthiness, which are typically required of profession. Okay, main other contribution of professional ethics. Uh, when advertise agree to assist client, they agree to take a level of responsibility for that person and their immigration immigration matters. The client become dependent on the advertise in relation to that assistant. I mean, this is a relationship between the principal and client. Principal means the client. Even without code, the relation means the advertise is certain obligated there client. Okay. Then purpose, main purpose of professional ethics. First, code of ethics guides a managerial decision means creating common framework upon which decisions are founded. This can help to create understanding of boundaries. Okay, means within organization and the standards set for interacting with external people. Formal, well communicated code of ethics can also help to protect lawyers' reputed and legal standing in the event of breach of ethics by an uh, individual. Okay, scope, main scope of the professional ethics. Codes of ethics can cover any scope from the cooperative level to the workground level. Means cooperative level ethics stands uh, speak in grand means idealistic terms, communicating means the entire ethical vision of the organization in single document ethics, ethical standards for business units or geographical division. Means can be bit more specific applying to particular industry or region in the question. Means codes of the ethics at the departmental level often delay with high specific issues which are often related to experience and the trends within the department. Cooperation means it is a team spirit present with every individual engaged in engineering. Means cooperation in is an activity between two-person or two-person or a sector that aims that integrate of the operation. Means while not sacrificing the autonomy of the either party, further working together ensure uh, coherence. Means that is blending of different skills required towards common goals. uh, Means any corporate promises means coordinate means activity link and sequence of the priority many helps minimize the input of resources. Means maximum output of which indicate quality and quantity of the effectiveness and the efficiency. Means according to professional ethics, cooperatives should exist or be parts in the profession. Okay. Mm, uh, it spells out the minimum standards of practice, enhance public confidence in the legal profession. Okay. Then it built loyalty between the advocate and his client. Then it gives the lawyer guideline how to act in cases of complicated of interested. Okay. Then सॉरी इथिक्स फर्स्ट कॉन्फिडेन्शियली मगाशी झाला इंटिग्रिटी ते बघूया अजून एकदा कंपोनंट्स ऑफ प्रोफेशनलिटीज कॉन्फिडेन्शियलिटी कीप इन्फॉर्मेशन कॉन्फिडेन्शियल एक्सपेक्ट and disclosure is the authorized or legal required. Second, inform all relevant parties regarding appropriate use of confidential information. Monitor subordinate activities to ensure compliance. Third is the refrain from using confidential information for unethical or illegal advantages. Second, integrity. Mitigate actual conflicts of interest, regulatory communication with business associated to the adopted conflict means interest, advise all parties of any potential conflict means refrain from engaging any conduct that would prejudge carrying out duties ethically. Okay. Abstain from engaging supporting any activity that then predictability. Communicate first is a communication. Communicate information fairly and objectively. Second, disclose all relevant information that could really be expected to influence on the intended user understanding of the reports, analysis, or recommendation. We will either assess your appropriate qualified individual, or we will seek your permission to consult such as person on our behalf. Okay. Right now, scope. Code of ethics means guides all managerial decision, creating common framework. लिहून घ्या पर्पज आणि आपलं स्कोप. मेन पर्पज काय आणि स्कोप आहे ते दोनच पॉइंट लिहून घ्या. A formal, well-communicated code of ethics can also help to protect lawyers' reputed and legal standing in event of breach of ethics by an individual. In common decision making and understanding of the boundaries with organized and standards set for interesting with external people. Okay. Next, scope. Write down scope. Ethical standards for business units for geographical division is specific applying to particular industry or region in okay. Important ह्यामध्ये प्रोफेशनल इथिक्सचे कुठले कंपोनंट्स आहेत, टाइप्स, स्कोप, इम्पॉर्टन्स, मेन पार्टच आहेत. इंटरेस्टिंग आहे ह्यात. कुठलं झालं आपलं. प्रोफेशनल कॉम्पिटन्सी झालं. Professional competence. Competence is a underlying characteristic of an individual which enable him or her to deliver superior performance. Means in given situation, competency consists of clusters of knowledge, attitude, and skill sets. Professional competency is the board professional means knowledge, attitude, and skill required in order to work in a specialized area or profession. Okay. Disciplinary knowledge and applicable of concept, process, and skills are required in test of profession. Means competency in any particular field. Components of professional ethics. The competency of professional ethics. To maintain competence in professional ethics imposes to following obligations in all professions. First, to maintain professional knowledge, skill at level required to ensure that clients or employees receive component professional services. Second is to act diligently in accordance with applicable technical and professional standards when performing professional activities or providing professional services. Third, to maintain appropriate level of profession means expertise by continually developing knowledge and skill. Fourth is that to perform professional duties in accordance with the relevant laws, regulation, and technical standards. Fifth is to provide decision support, information, and recommendation that are accurate, clear, and concise and timely. Last one, to recognize and communicate professional limitations or other constraints that could preclude responsible judgment or successful performance of an activity. Okay. Competence in professional ethics. Competent professional service requires the exercise of sound judgment in applying professional knowledge and skill in performance of such services. In professional competence may be divided into two parts. First is attemptment of professional competency, and second is the maintenance of professional competency. The maintenance of professional competency required contingent awareness and an understanding of relevant technical profession and relevant business relevant business development containing for competency in the professional ethics. Then, so why is ethics important to the practice of law? First, because lawyers are integral to the work out of law and the rules of law itself, founded on principle of justice, means fairness and equity. If lawyers do not other and promote these ethical principles, then law will fall into dispute. Means people will resort to alternative means of resolving complicated. Means the rules of law will fail with rise of public discontent. Second, lawyer are professional. This concept conveys that that issue of ethical responsibility and duties are inherent part of the legal profession, and it has been said that profession most valuable assisted collective, repeated and conflicted with that inspires. The legal professional especially must have the confidence of the community. Okay. Then challenges before the legal profession is the resolve basic paradox which fails to recognize itself in a such a way that provide more effective and real affordable access to legal advice and representation by ordinary citizen, means to preserve where necessary to defend the best of the old rules, regular honesty, loyalty, diligence. Okay. Third, practices. Third, because lawyers are admitted as of officers of court and therefore have obligation to serve that court and administration of juries. And finally, because lawyers are privileged class, for only lawyers can for reward take one causes of other and bring them before the courts. Okay. Then the application of ethical principle to the legal profession. There are number of application of ethical responsibility. Means so far as the practice of law is concerned, it is common to divide these ethical obligations into duties. Means owner to client and duties owed to the court, and it should be noted that breach of these ethical obligations may lead to the civil proceeding. Means by the client, for example, action for breach of compliance or any action for negligence, while at the same time may be ground for disciplinary proceeding under the relevant legal practices legislation. Okay. हे मेन बेसिक स्कोप वगैरे होता. लास्टचा एक स्लाइड आहे ते आपण बघूयात. स्लाइड नंबर 3. ओके. हेच आहे, फक्त बेसिक मध्ये जे इम्पॉर्टंट आहेत आपण ते बघूया. डेफिनेशन बघितलं, अजून एकदा बघू. प्रोफेशनल इथिक्स इज अबाउट युअर ऑब्लिगेशन टू द पब्लिक. Professional, whatever doctors, lawyers, engineer or accountant, you will have been tested and accepted by our profession, and therefore you are required to accept the support your profession or public interest obligations. Or professional ethics is the person and corporate standards of behavior expected of members of a particular profession. Okay. Presentation goal हे आहे goals. ठीक आहे. Knowledge, criticism, constructive, international and application. Knowledge is know key forms and issues of ethics. Criticism, be able to agree for against a proposition. Constructive, be able to suggest simple ethical guidelines. International means transparent, transpose those guidelines to an international perspective. And application, use guideline in daily work. Okay. कंटेंट्स फाय इथिक्स. व्हॉट इज इथिक्स आपण सकाळी बघितलं. ह्यातलं मेन जे आपलं ते बघूया. व्हॉट इज कोड ऑफ इथिक्स बघायचंय. सिमेट्रिकल इथिक्स आणि असेंब्लिटरी इथिक्स. ओके. फाय इथिक्स फॉर प्रोफेशनल, बेसिक फॉर व्हॅल्यूज अँड विजन. to motivate employees, benefits demanded by customer for good relation to stakeholder, by overall check on plan to avoid various exploits and risk, part of governance and sustainability. Okay, why ethics? The finance case, number of crimes and near crimes and transaction means manageable robot law. Managerialism is a brief in value of profession managers and concept method they use it associate with hierarchy, accountability, and measurement. And they believe in the importance of tight manage accounts means organization is opposed individual or group that not resemble an organization. Okay, हे काय हे नाही फाय थिक्स ह्याचं पण काय हा फाय थिक्स फर्स्ट basic need, survival, safety need means comfort, psychology needs self actualization, and peak experience means self interest is a pervasive economic idea and not supported by rich as overriding paradigm means country different in Japan and negative personality trait means other person goals sometimes more important for family and friend than personal development, that is Maslow. हे आहे ते aesthetic and nice place to live and contribution to society. Okay, relevance of their ethics to profession, first to good for Aristotle. Okay, profession liable to know. Okay, profession is not liable you give to ourselves, since it is a description you hope others will apply to you. दहावी मस्त लिहिलंय ट्रू प्रोफेशनलिझम मध्ये इज वेल टू बी अप बिफोर डे ब्रेक फॉर सच हॅबिट्स कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट टू हेल्थ वेल्थ अँड विजडम. अरेस्टॉल्स लिहिले. Okay, considerable end user and value the both end and means. Okay, be stakeholder oriented ISO 2600. Take care of environment. Okay, contribute to knowledge, moral philosophy, wisdom, determine right and wrong, select action to achieve goal, result, evaluating movies, means attempting to summarize several definition. Okay, national organization and developers. The achievement of wisdom, choosing actions there are beneficial and acceptable long term or sustainable means it implies a society focus. Definition morals, belief, moral सकाळी सांगितलं तुम्हाला. Belief, behavior of group, that group can be nation or geographical area, group of nation, professional or similar means religions or life view group and subgroup, other organization that is sports clan in NGO. Any in an international organization there can be many morals. Okay, profession code of ethics means profession is many profession that are trusted by the public to apply expert knowledge, that is doctors, engineers, surveyors, accountable and the like, have code of ethics which sets out their expectation of members means behavior and boundaries within which member have to operate, and code of ethics is help to clarify means professional values, provides a reference point for decision making and can be used a framework for discipline. Most code of ethics are principle based, providing guidance means has the principle on professional judgment and decision should be based on rather rigid system of rules. Okay, then there are trained to some common themes, for example it teaches means code of ethics like that of other professional accountable means set of 5 fundamental principles which members must apply. First, integrity, objectivity, professional competency and care, confidentiality and professional behavior. Okay, forms of professional ethic, metalytic सकाळी बघितलं नॉर्मलिटिक, applied ethics, moral psychology and descriptive ethics. Okay, meta ethics is the what is good. Okay, now normative, what should we do? Applied ethics, how do we apply ethics to work and life? Moral psychology, the biological and psychological basis, descriptive ethics, what moral people follow. Okay, हे आपण सकाळी झालेले आहे. परत repeat. Systematic ethics, the golden rules, means do the others what do you want them to do you. If you demand from others, demand the same from yourself, means verify more if you are a leader. Means see yourself as other, means good even for design, means empathy. Okay, asymptotical ethics means when one party has more resource, knowledge and power, often in profession, means engineering, nursing, law, and any need to careful professionalism, means need to consideration. Then principle based ethics, based on principle like from website, we want to deliver first class design, means any we want to be best in our discipline, means we will contribute to society, we consider ecological impact, and we contribute to environmentalism. Okay, then compliance ethics means within existing laws, standards, guideline and moral may need compliance offers, means in large organization, that is what does mean to follow and standards, means ensure the organization does not wrong but difficult. Ethics compliance officer associate means ECOA is a member driven associate exertion for individual response for their organization. Ethics means compliance business conduct program, the only organization of kind its member represent the largest group of ethics, means compliance parties in the world, means ECO is credited with formally founding the ethical compliance field in 1991. Okay, this is the Aristotle 384 to 332. Okay, is the moralist, my life view is the superior, and then other view are interfere. Okay, I have the answer. I need no other authority. This is the Aristotle. The ethicist, my life view is based on reflection. I evaluate life views. I have a question. I respect other views. Ethics apply to professional duties, employee care, customer care and supply responsibility. Then environment care, ownership, price, value or opportunities, financing and exploration. Okay, the list is being expected. Okay, last professional ethics conclusion. Professional ethics is important and varied, includes social responsibility and governor need terminology and philosophy very relevant to society. Okay, बेसिक आहे हे सगळं प्रोफेशनल इथिक्स बद्दल. आपण नेक्स्ट ह्याला बघूयात, बिझनेस असतील, इंजिनिअरिंग असेल, पर्सनल इथिक काय असतो. ओके, आणि कॉर्पोरेट इथिक्स उद्याच्या लेक्चरला आपण बघूयात. पण आता स्टॉप करूया, 4:30 वाजले. सगळ्यांनी चॅट बॉक्स मध्ये रोल नंबर टाका. ओके, पण स्टॉप करूया. थँक्यू.